Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Strands of Grace. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. So, you read the title right. We are pregnant. I wish I could do this video with David, but somehow he managed to get even more camera shy than he was when he was in my videos when we first got married and all that kind of stuff. So we're about to go on a walk when he gets home from work, and I'm gonna take y'all along with us. And so I want to kind of get some of his thoughts on the walk when he's just, relaxed and not expecting it. But yeah, y'all, we're pregnant. I am 14 weeks and 2 days pregnant at the time of filming this. I wish I could come on here looking like cuter and stuff, but y'all, a lot of my clothes just don't fit already. And I just wasn't feeling what I had on before. And we're also about to go on a walk and stuff like that. So I was just like, let me just go ahead and tell y'all, because I felt like if I didn't tell y'all, then I didn't want to just wait too long. I just moved out of the first trimester, and that was a little rough. Now, I won't say that it was the roughest case scenario, because I know that a lot of women have very rough first trimesters, and mine was rough for me, but I don't think it was the roughest. If y'all would like a first trimester recap, I will do it for you, okay? I'm not the most comfortable with sharing like bodily functions online. And so if that is not something that y'all want, if y'all just kind of want like vlogs, or if you want gender reveals and stuff like that and you want to keep it like that, let me know. But if you would like a first trimester recap, I will give you a first trimester recap. It probably won't be as detailed and involved as a lot of the other ones you see, just because I just don't think I'm comfortable with that. But I will give you an overall view of what the first trimester was, because it was interesting. And I love watching first trimester recaps because I love to compare and just kind of like relate to other women and what they're going through. But at the end of the day, everybody's pregnancy is different. And so y'all just let me know if y'all want that. But if y'all want more like eventful, everyday content, or like names we like but we won't be using kind of content, then let me know. Just let me know what you would like to see from me, because I do want to document this journey. I want to tell y'all a little bit about how we actually found out, because it was kind of like a funny / God story. And God's been doing that a lot recently, like even with the story of us moving back to North Carolina and all that kind of stuff. Like, God just does his thing. And also he's been utilizing my mom, so she was a part of this story as well. So we actually weren't surprised, but we were. So we had originally, even before we got married, we were like, okay, we want to start trying to have a baby around the time that I turned 30. So around October. I still can't believe I am 30. I don't know. I was just thinking about the fact that I really posted a video when I turned 25 about like the 25 things that I wanted to do during my 25th year. And here I am 5 years later. Like, that is really crazy to me. But anyway, we said that we wanted to start trying around the time that I turned 30. And so we actually started trying in November. And okay, I'm not going to be too TMI, because I'm not comfortable with that. But also because I don't know, but in order to really tell this story, I got to tell a little bit of detail. It's just funny to me. I don't know why. But anyway, so we started trying in November. So in November, when it came time for me to have my period. I was late, but that didn't throw me off because that was pretty normal for me to be late. But I still took a pregnancy test because, like, as a woman, when you trying to have a baby, you just can't resist. And so I took a pregnancy test and it came back negative. And so I was just like, okay, well, let me just wait a little bit longer. Y'all, another day passed. Still negative. Okay. And still I had not gotten my period by that point. Now, I was starting to drive myself crazy a little bit because my sweet sister-in-law had given me a big box of pregnancy tests. And I love that because whenever I would get pregnancy tests, I would have to like go to the store and get some. And like David knew when I was like buying pregnancy tests and stuff like that, because they're expensive as crap. And so I had this big box of pregnancy tests, and pregnancy tests around a woman who is trying for a baby, or a woman who is pregnant, or a woman who is like married or whatever, it's just dangerous because I will check even when there's no way that I can be pregnant. But anyway, and so I was literally taking pregnancy tests every day, and they were negative, but I still was not getting my period. And it got to the point where I was literally 2 weeks late. And so I was like, okay, if I don't get my period soon, then I'm just going to have to go to the doctor. And so I was looking online, I was looking at videos, but mostly online it says if you are that late and you're still not getting a positive pregnancy test, then your period is probably just late and maybe you need to go to the doctor. And in the rare situations, sometimes women just ovulate really late, like later than they thought they ovulated, and they actually are pregnant, but that usually doesn't happen. And so at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I just need to go to the doctor. And so I was like, if it gets to be like 3 weeks or a month, I'll probably go to the doctor. So it's a random Tuesday. My mom calls me, and at this point, I think I'm 14 days late at this point. And my mom knows that I'm like testing a lot and I keep getting negatives. And I'm like, what the frick is happening right now? And so she calls me and says, the Holy Spirit told me that you need to take a test on Friday. And this was Tuesday at this point. And so I'm listening to her and stuff, she be hearing the Holy Spirit, but I'm just like, I've been taking tests for 2 weeks straight and I just keep getting told no every time. And so I was just like, okay. And so at this point, David knew that I was like taking a bunch of pregnancy tests, and he was like, you really need to stop taking tests. Like, you're going to drive yourself crazy. And my mom was telling me the same thing. She was just like, stop, you're going to drive yourself crazy. But I do think you should take a test on Friday. And so I didn't tell David that my mom had told me to take a test on Friday, because I was like, I don't even know if like this is legit, because at this point I got used to seeing negative. So Friday came, me and David had just gotten back from a company trip, and I went into the office with him. And so I was trying to kind of like sneak out, because I knew that if he knew that I was going to the store to get a pregnancy test, he would probably stop me, because at this point he was probably going to put me in a straitjacket if he saw me take another test. And so I was just trying to low key like go to the store to get like an early detection pregnancy test, because I've heard that they have more strength, but I don't even know if that's true. And so David was like, where are you going? And I was like, to the store. And he was like, what are you gonna go get? And I was like, frick. And I was like, a pregnancy test? And he was like, no, you're gonna drive yourself crazy, you just need to stay here. And I was like, fine, I was trying to be a submissive wife, but I did have two more cheap pregnancy tests at home that he ain't know about. But I wanted to get the expensive one, but I was just like, okay, fine. But I knew when I got home, I was about to take one of them cheap tests. And so we got home around like 6 p.m. And if you know anything about taking tests, then you know that you should actually test like in the morning with your first morning pee. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it because my mama said I need to take a test on Friday. And so I took the test and that mug was positive. And so I was like, what the freak? Like, this woman was right. Like, my mama was right. Like, I'm actually pregnant. Hashtag 17 days late. I was literally 17 days late. That's so crazy. So at this point, I wanted to go to the store and get a more expensive pregnancy test so that I could really confirm. But I knew David was like going to stop me again because this dude thought I was crazy. And so I just had to literally, I wanted to do like a cute surprise, but y'all, I don't have any footage because I literally just had to go show him the test and he was shook. And I was like, yeah, I'm not crazy. Like, I am pregnant. And so, yeah, y'all, we found out on, I think it was December 13th or 14th, whichever like that Friday is. And turns out I wasn't getting a positive test because I just ovulated late. And that's a lot to get into. If you don't know about ovulation, you should like look it up or whatever. But basically turns out I didn't get pregnant when I thought I got pregnant. I actually got pregnant later. And so that's why it took a while for like the pregnancy hormone to build up in my body to where it would actually show a positive pregnancy test. That's the long and the short of it. And so, yeah, guys, we were surprised. We were surprised because we thought that we just didn't get pregnant that month. But we weren't surprised because we were trying. But then the Lord told my mom the specific day that I needed to take the pregnancy test. So that was just so cool. And my mama just keeps being a part of our story. And she loves that. Trust me. The Lord is just having a good time with her. But yeah, so that's the story of how we found out. I hope that was entertaining. I wish I had footage. I wish this was like a prettier video, but look, if I didn't tell y'all now, I don't know if I would have told y'all. So, yeah. Yeah, David still is refusing to be on camera. And I was like, why are you regressing in your progress? And he was like, he's just staying consistent in the fact that he don't want to be on camera. So, are you getting used to it now? No. I wanted him to tell y'all, like, you know, his thoughts about us being pregnant, and he's very excited. Y'all, I'm sorry for this camera angle. This is a hot mess. As far as our preference for like gender, of course, you know how people say we just want a healthy baby. That is the ultimate truth. But if we had a preference, we would choose a boy first because we would love, like, you know, the protective older brother. And we were thinking that it was a boy, and a lot of people have been telling us, especially in the beginning, that they felt like we were going to have a boy. But now a lot of people are saying they think it's a girl, and David is even saying that he feels like it's a girl now. So honestly, I really don't know. I really don't have like this strong motherly or spiritual inclination. I did have a dream like 4 months ago that we had a baby boy. I think he was maybe like 5 months in the dream. So that was what was making me think that we were going to have a boy. But you never know. That could be, you know, our next child. I don't know if that is the child that we're like currently pregnant with. So, but to say all that, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a boy. We find out the gender on March 30th. So we're going to do a gender reveal. We weren't going to do one, but my cousin really wants to throw us a gender reveal. So we were just kind of like, why not? She's so excited to do it. And so our anatomy scan is on March 24th. And then we'll have the gender reveal on March 30th. So that's probably going to be hard to like know that we could know, but we don't know. But, you know, it'll be a good time. I will try to film that so that y'all can see, you know, how that went. You know, of course we'll tell y'all regardless, but so that y'all can see that event and stuff like that. But like I said, let me know like what kind of pregnancy content you would like to see. And yeah. Anyway, bye y'all. See you next time.